Awesome. Thank you very much for everybody's time this afternoon. I just want to kind of make sure that you can all hear me clearly. If not, raise your hand. But yes, I'm here to speak to you about new Terra Labs, and we are a startup business out of Alberta here, really focused in regards to optimizing space and growth. A little bit of background about us is that we spun off from another organization, New Terra Labs, or newer solutions, in which the focus was for improvement of the green environment and in the living wall space. During that endeavor, we identified that there was an opportunity for us to take the technology that we built into the control systems for living walls and start applying it into the circular food economy, leveraging the automation features and the interconnectedness, the automation, etc., to really look at automating greenhouses and vertical farms. The end result for us is that we're really looking to reduce costs and help resolve the producer problems that they're facing in a multitude of different endeavors. The problems as a whole that we're looking at is food scarcity, where there's a lack of arable land due to urban development and impacts of climate change. Within Canada, the agricultural sector is also facing chronic labor shortages and is difficulty attracting and retaining workers. The other aspect that really kind of accumulates in this is that current systems are either difficult to install, they're not very vertically integrated, and they have a high barrier to entry in terms of initial upfront costs. So with New Terra Labs, our focus is to implement our technology as a scalable solution that's IoT enabled and forward compatible, thus allowing users to make a purchase in their system and then be able to get the benefits of future technology improvements in areas such as machine learning, artificial intelligence, camera vision, and the expanded data. As a result, what that does for a lot of these vertical producers, these greenhouse automations, is that they're able to take these systems and ensure that they're minimizing overhead costs in areas of operations, such as their labor, such as their resource utilization, water usage, and at the same time, still delivering a high quality product. Currently, our system also has an application layer which allows for plant health sensors such as water level, nutrient levels, lighting schedules, air quality monitoring services such as internal VOCs, the temperature and humidity of the systems. And with newer solutions, we've created a strategic partnership which actually integrates each of our controllers into an at-home vertical farm, or not vertical farm, but vertical garden. As a result, the amount of data that we're receiving from these users allows us to create unique building profiles for producers, and thus really start to work with the machine learning to adjust and factor in the best environment for the production of their crops. Our market is looking at about $2.23 billion as the total addressable market within Canada, specifically Western Canada and Ontario. We're looking at about $1.7 billion in opportunity available. For a serviceable, obtainable market, we're actually looking about 58, and we're following the growing trends in regards to utilizing the urban environments that are utilized, office spaces, warehouses that are sitting empty. We're also solving the issues in regards and following the trend to reduce costs and bring production closer to the consumers, as we see that migration from rural environments to the urban centers, integrating that innovative tech, and just in general, this desire to really look into the hydroponics and precision agriculture as a whole. One of the novel ideas that we're looking at in terms of market accessibility is looking at partnering up with organizations to bring these technologies to Northern Canada, areas such as the Territories, Northwest Territories, etc., which see about 87 communities, municipalities with a population of about 200, 300,000, having very minimal access to fresh produce and fresh goods that are nutritious, where the cost of the government going in to facilitate the subsidization of that could be alleviated and saved by creating systems and supplying the technology for users in those locations to actually be able to have something at home, right? Have something in their local communities that is readily accessible. In terms of our revenue streams, we have 4 main revenue streams that we're focusing on: control systems, an SAS subscription to our application analytics platforms, a managed service in regards to being able to provide turnkey solutions to small to medium growers as they transition to the digital age of greenhouse operation, as well as development services, which is associated in regards to standing up their operational aspects if they do not exist. What we're looking at in terms of the year 1, year 2 sales from the perspective of all our revenue streams is about $500,000 in the first year, followed by $1 million in the second. Our team is relatively young. Myself as the CEO, Dylan as our Chief Revenue Officer, Mitch as our Chief Product Officer, and Ismail as our CTO. We'd also previously worked in regards to newer solutions and bring the Respira, their product online, which is standing up and being successful. With Discovery Labs, the main factor, or what I'm reaching out to, is to identify strategic advisors that can join our board and start helping us set up the processes and set up the environment for the continued success of new. At this stage, we're just excuse me. At this stage, we're just transitioning through the spin-off, where we're bringing in the assets from newer solutions for the IP, as well as getting all of our development team back together and on payroll. And over the next few months, the biggest factors is going to be in regards to identifying the specific markets that we want to address, ensuring that we have knowledge that we can draw upon for reaching out and speaking to investors and associated accelerators. And finally, the people that will look at our team, our business plan, our ideas and roadmap, and really question it and force us to improve upon it. And that's my presentation.
Thanks, Nafaa. I'm just wondering if anybody has any specific questions before I ask one. Okay, I'll ask you one question. I know you're targeting the Northwest Territories. Have you looked into potential partners that you could approach there, or specific grants available for that particular marketplace?
You're on mute still.
There we go. Not specifically. We're still in the process of identifying the key partners that help us actually enter those markets.
Okay.
What would your ideal partner look like?
Oh, I would say the ideal partner for those areas are actually at the government level, whether it's a nonprofit organization that works closely with local communities, Indigenous communities, or just the government of Canada for supply. And really community-based is the biggest factor. Those that are looking to really solve that gap for the introduction of fresh food and nutrient foods into their location, willing to work in regards to product demonstrations and bring that proof of concept and just knock it out the park.
One more question. Is it possible have you thought of partnering with other technology providers in the vertical growing space that maybe have complementary technologies? Absolutely.
One of the main partners that we're looking for as well are those that have developed camera vision. The biggest factor is our algorithms and the development for it is really focused in regards to creating that feedback loop where our systems will adjust the parameters associated with the crop quality. And to do that, one of those things is camera vision. And rather than reinventing the wheel, it'd be a great opportunity to partner with an organization that has the basic technology that can then be integrated through APIs and various integration points to solve that problem.
Okay, thank you.